Hi friends and fellow intuitive academics, my name is Shelly and I draw from my intuition and my lived experience as a PhD to offer you guidance on your life path and your academic journey if you're on one. And today I timed this reading just right so that we can get the moon cycles in the mix here. So there's been a lot of buzz about us having two full moons in Capricorn this year, which is pretty rare. So the first full moon happened around June 21st. I think it was on June 21st, which happened to be the summer solstice as well. The next full moon in Capricorn will be on July 21st. And in between the two is the new moon in Cancer, which is the time that I'm recording this. So I wanted to get in there right with the new moon energy of Cancer in between the two full moons in Capricorn and kind of get into the messages of what this means for our life paths and our careers especially. And our studies and our academic journeys, if that's something that we're doing right now. Because Capricorn is the sign about the builder, about forging their own success in the world. And they're cardinal signs. So they might start from the bottom and create and build and learn skills and then put everything together piece by piece and then find success later on in life. But all of that work, all of that building was leading towards something different, something new that they created from scratch. And so I say builder because the Capricorn is an earth sign, and so it's all about material world, manifesting, and energies as well. There are two other earth signs. Taurus, which is fixed, and then Virgo, which is mutable. So they have successes in different ways, but because Capricorn is cardinal, I really focus in on Capricorn as like making themselves. So I feel like it for Capricorns, it's very important for them to make themselves as much as to make their own success and build their own thing in the world. So yeah, it could be like building a business or building a way of thought or building a brand, building like new systems of doing things. I really feel like that's associated with Capricorn for me. But Capricorn is also an opposite sign to Cancer. So we're in the Cancer new moon. And so this brings in like a fresh take, fresh beginnings. And Cancer is all about the home life and our connection, our relationships, our connections to love, our connections to ourself and our love of ourself as well, and how we nurture ourselves and each other. And so I think it's such an interesting combination between the structure and the discipline and the achievement orientation of Capricorn and the energies of home building and nurturing building that happen in Cancer. And it gives me a lot of hope that the two almost kind of opposing feeling energies can meld together in unique ways. At this moment, I feel like we will get insights into how we can find success while still taking care of ourselves and the people around us. So a more joyful kind of achievement and success, hopefully. And yeah, so I'm going to do 3 readings with these 3 different decks. So this is the Cat Tarot here, the Cozy Witch Tarot, and the True Heart Tarot. And then I'm going to pull an oracle card for each of them to help you decide. If you already know from the deck where you want to go, this will be 1, 2, and 3. But I'll also pull, we've got 2 cards here, oracle card to help out. So in reading 1, we have manifestation. In reading 2, we have toxic. And in reading 3, we have romance. So I'm also going to pull a charm. If you already know your reading, you can skip ahead. But if you want to stay around for the charm, then it's coming up right now. So reading 1, you have this little blue owl. It's adorable. Reading 2, you have a gray owl. Why does this always happen? I always end up pulling 2 of the same. And I didn't even know I had these charms. There's like so many charms in here. Never saw the owl until today. And then we got 2. And then we got a palm tree for romance. Okay, so take a minute if you need to meditate a bit more and feel where your intuition is drawing you. I think it helps to just take a deep breath and like release thoughts and then come back to the screen and you really feel, I feel like you'll really feel it in your, somewhere in your body or in your heart, which one is for you, or you might realize that a certain imagery speaks to you. For me, I tend to notice that I'll be staring at one more than the other. So whatever helps, and I'll see you in your reading. Hi, reading 1. So you were drawn to this manifestation card and this little blue owl. So owls often represent wisdom, but I hear the word seeking as well. I feel the energy from you as a seeker, and like particularly a wisdom seeker, truth seeker, someone who's willing to be patient and wait for the answers to unfold. And with bees, they're often associated with community, building something together. They're also about, doing hard work, showing up and being the worker bee, putting in the work to create something miraculous. I don't know there's a little white blossom here. I don't know what blossom that is, but it's really drawing me. Maybe it's like a honeysuckle. There's something about that that's very hopeful and new. There's something new on the horizon for you that's giving you hope. Maybe you don't see it yet, but you'll know it when you see it. It feels like it's something you've been waiting for your whole life. Nice. The manifestation with the bee, honeybee. Oh, there was something else coming through. Yeah, I don't feel it yet, but I think it'll probably come through when we get the cards. But I want to read you the description from the book. You are in a good flow and aligned with the blessings of the universe. Be sure to ride on this positive wave and set some clear intentions for yourself. You could be manifesting big time now. Ask and you will receive. Awesome. Yeah, so people often use the new moons. So this will be made and coming out in the new moon of Cancer. But whenever you're watching this, whatever new moon is next, that's a good time to kind of center yourself and get clear with trying to manifest what you want. What is it that I'm feeling? There's something about this with that slow energy of the owl. Maybe your manifestation is unfolding over time with a lot of patience, and it's very complex. There's a lot of like geometry to it, intricate parts fitting together, but don't doubt that it is being made. It is happening almost invisibly in the background, but by your own manifestation. Yeah, so at this time, definitely this is the time to start getting clear and manifesting what you want. I think what I want to say is day by day, right? These bees, they don't build this overnight. They go back and forth building over and over again, generation by generation, day by day, little steps, almost invisible steps. That's how your manifestation, the thing that you're trying to work towards and manifest, is actually unfolding. You can frame it as manifestation, you can frame it as hard work. It's really both things. It's like there's a weird message here of like the work ethic you have, the universe or your guides, whoever's helping you, has the same work ethic as you. It's a match between you co-creating with the universe. And so like you've got a team of a lot of yous in the mix here. And I feel like that gives you a good feeling that I feel like you know that you can depend on yourself and trust yourself. So therefore you can depend on your guides in the universe who are working on this thing with you. So it's not very specific yet, but that's what the tarot cards are for. So what can our reading one know about the moon energies between the two Capricorn full moons and the Cancer new moon? Something else that I forgot to mention in the beginning was the Capricorn new moon happened on January 11th, so 111, earlier this year. And that's usually the time of manifesting and things unfolding over the next 6 months into the full moon. So in this case, you might think back to January and what you were maybe thinking about wanting or manifesting at that time, and seeing how it might be unfolding over into July, but also into June, but also into July. So instead of 6 months, there's like an extra month in there that it went through. So you have Knight of Wands, Six of Wands reverse, the Fool reverse, Eight of Pentacles reverse, and Temperance reverse. So the very obvious starting point is the one upright card, which is the Knight of Wands. And so if you look at this cat, the Knight of Wands is about taking action on a passion. And it looks like this cat is looking over to all the four reversals here and is like ready to go, ready to pounce on them, ready to turn these reversals around. So we have here very quickly success, new beginnings, honing your craft, and striking a balanced approach to flowing with the universe. And these are things that are not yet realized. So with manifestation, I believe these are the things that you're either consciously or unconsciously trying to manifest, or these are the things you're being recommended to manifest. I'm super tempted to pair the what we have a minor and a major arcana popping up in both of these, one after the other. So I kind of want to read it this way. So with the success in reverse and the Fool in reverse, I feel like there's some fear of starting something new. And it's something new that's big, something that's going to be a long-term development. It's like a life-shifting decision to start this new thing. It's going to take up multiple years. It's going to affect your life and the lives of people around you. especially if you need to like uproot family or loved ones, something like that. It's a big decision. And so there's a lot of pressure on you to get this right. And there's some fear informing you, holding back from making this decision. And I want to say that you're playing small because it's safer. Um, but all that really needs to happen here is that you process your fear, work through your fear, and figure out where it's coming from, because it looks like it's being informed by previous circumstances in which you took a chance on something new and it didn't turn out the way that you hoped it would. And so that stuck with you, that feeling stuck with you. And now you're remembering that every time you get to the point of making new life decisions, and you hold yourself back. But this is life, and you're going to be presented with path shifting decisions, throughout your whole life. It's not just a straight shot all the way through. You don't just stay in the same place all the way through. You're going to encounter this over and over again, and you're encountering it now. And so now is a good time to be able to manifest or ask help from your guides to work through those fears, those trepidations, holding you back from making this start, which looks to be a very positive thing. Because what's hiding underneath the reversals is the uprights, So in the uprights, you take the chance and you totally win at it. It's a total success. So this is the other side of the gamble that maybe wasn't realized the first time around, but your cards are saying it could be realized this time around, and you'll never really know until you allow yourself to go for it with that Knight of Wands energy. So coming here to the Eight of Pentacles in reverse with Temperance, there's something here about your finances and also your discipline in work. So I get the sense that you might be like hyper focused. You might go through these like cycles of being hyper focused and getting a lot of work done, and then being totally drained and burned out and not able to get off the couch. Because the Eight of Pentacles is about showing up, doing the work, honing your craft, becoming the expert, and Temperance is about balance. And so the remedy there would be to start striking a balance, start getting into the rhythms of your natural kind of biorhythms, so that you can work with better ease instead of putting yourself into burnout repeatedly. If you frame it that way, I think you've been framing it that in the way that you're very productive, and when you go through these focus periods and you get a lot done, so you're very focused on that. But look at the other side too, is that you are putting your body into burnout over and over and over again. And both of these cards do really also speak to health, because Eight of Pentacles is a material world, and Temperance can, when it's in reverse, it can speak to excess, like excess consumption of alcohol, excess of, like bad foods, something like that. So there could be like a real message here to do with your health as well. And maybe you're already feeling this and you're manifesting a solution. The solution here is just to find ways to get into your own biorhythms. And I feel like it's a very straightforward thing to do this. It's by shifting your focus. So instead of focusing on productivity, how do I become more productive? How do I meet my productivity goals? You're going to shift your focus into your body and how you can nurture your body with that Cancer moon energy. How can you take care of your needs as they arise, rather than putting them off into the burnout stage. So I really feel strongly there's that like Capricorn and Cancer balance coming in together. And so they're opposing signs, but that also means there's a lot of shared energy. And you can also think of them as like, I was going to say like twins, but complementary energies, complementary. Like co-leaders of a team, something like that. Like they both have similar life goals, life philosophies, but they approach things in different ways. And you can also think of it this way: the opposite signs in the zodiac are often thought to be good marriage partners or life partnership pairings, because they have a lot to learn from each other, even though they share similar outlooks on life. So there's something there with you can nurture yourself and you can still be productive. That doesn't have to be one or the other. And you are being encouraged to do that just by shifting your focus for the meantime to balance it out to your body and your health needs. Okay, so I think that we're going to get in the next row maybe some more specifics of what's coming ahead. So I feel like I want to do 3 by 3 in your message here. So the first 3 is the 7 of Cups in reverse, the Devil in reverse, and the Empress. So it looks like you're gaining some kind of mastery over yourself, over your like inner demons. And so you're in what is coming through as your inner demons is indecision, lack of clarity, not knowing how to prioritize. And this was already coming through in this message right here. So I think that I feel strongly the common theme here of being confused about how to prioritize the things on your list is because you haven't put yourself first on the list. And then so you're stuck in this cycle where you don't put yourself first, you put everything else first. You go through that list, you burn out, and then you can't do anything for yourself or for anyone else. And then you're kind of like, what's going on? Like, why am I failing? And it's not that you're failing. It's just that, like, your priorities are pointed towards everything else but you. And just like in a very material, physical way, you're just like burning yourself out. Like, and you can't do anything from there. So I see you with the Empress. Empress is Empress the Cancer card? Well, I think Empress might be a Taurus card, but it's a similar energy where the Empress is all about nurturing love, growing things with great care around them. It's also spiritual love. It's like one of the highest of these cards. The Empress is supposed to be all the queens encompassed within them. And so you have every kind of feminine category power within the Empress. And so it doesn't get much higher than that in terms of all the suits and the major arcana. And so there's some kind of mastery happening here. Do you see how the Empress just looks very clear, very confident, very still, very, very like complete and satisfied and comfortable? That's where you're going with these shifts that you're manifesting in your life. Overcoming this fear of starting on the path that you know that you need to start on, and balancing out productivity with your own health needs. And doing this with confident action. Yeah, you can really start something positive now. I feel the Knight of Wands just kind of like breaking a barrier, just like almost like ripping a band-aid off, something like that, just like breaking through some kind of stuck energy. I feel like that's what's happening with you right now to really kickstart this manifestation. Along with what I said earlier about the manifestation unfolding almost imperceptibly. um, you you have been manifesting this for a while, and maybe you don't see that yet, the results, but it's been there, it's been building up, and you're gonna kind of like break through in a significant way now. The Magician, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. So this is the great news message I was hoping we would end on. So the Fool is the number 0, the Magician is number 1. I see that you do make that first step in a very successful way, because we have these kind of branches remind me of I think, are they laurel branches in the success, the Six of Wands card? Oh, look, you have the Knight of Wands little toy is also here in the Magician card. Interesting. So it's almost like, I want to say, because the Magician card encompasses, it's like the energy of someone being able to harness all 4 of the suits, cups, pentacles, wands, and swords, to manifest something. This is actually the manifestation card. Yeah, you see how the cat's like reaching up, they're like manifesting something into the world. And because this is bringing me back to the Knight of Wands, I want to say that you're taking on the Knight energy of all the suits. So the Knight of Pentacles, who knows how to set off and start planning things in a material way. The Knight of Cups, who lets their heart lead them in the direction that they intuitively feel like they need to go. The Knight of Swords, who stays curious and follows that curiosity to help ask the important questions and answer them. And then the Knight of Wands, who is fueled by passion to just go for it, to just take action. And this is all what's happening for you now. Taking in all those night energies, breaking through the barrier, and really taking that first step. This is really happening. So I think maybe if you were doubting that you ever would, you do get to a point, and it entails, overcoming or processing certain fears, overcoming those inner demons, balancing your health in a very important way, and then that breaks the barrier to make that first leap. And then you also have these great cards here too. So you have Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is a new opportunity on the horizon, and because there's a Queen of Pentacles here, which could represent a person, this could be someone who you look up to, someone who is ready to hire you, but also to invest in you. So that would be a key word. If someone kind of gives you the impression or actually says like the phrase that they want to invest in you, or they see potential in you. Also, if they say they see themselves in you, that's a way of saying that they see potential in you. Those would be your key signs that this is the right opportunity for you to take. This almost looks like the same cat here, and like you taking that opportunity, being protected by this other the Queen of Pentacles. With the puzzle feeder here, this makes me think that this person knows how to like strategize and to figure out complex situations. So whatever complex situation you're in, they will be able to figure that out with you or for you. Yeah, I really think this is some kind of mentorship situation. So if it is a new job, it's like a supervisor who sees potential in you and wants to develop your skills further and see you progress. They're not just hiring you to fill in the work, right? And this, I feel like this is what you're looking for. So that's exciting. New opportunity on the horizon in the end. So let's end off with some oracle cards. Just grabbed a bunch. I think these will work. So you have Thunderbird Vision, Trailblazer, number 55. Awesome. Yeah, there is something, it's so energetic, it's so fiery, it's lightning. There is something that you know you need to do. It's almost like you have a restless energy, like you just need to do this. Like you need to get that lightning out, and because it's just building up in you. Yeah, I think this will become unavoidable. Like you're gonna have to take that leap because I feel like it could be like your guides are like pushing you, kind of like you're getting to the point where like the stuckness is it's time, and so you're getting a little extra push from your guides here. As I said that, I was touching the Empress and the Magician too, so I feel like these are the energies of your guides as well. You have a guide that's very nurturing and is this kind of energy of like, everything's gonna be okay. I'm here, it's just gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna land on a soft pillow. You're just gonna be fine when you leave. And then you have another guide here that's like, oh man, this is awesome. You need to go for it. You need to reach for the stars. There's one like pumping you up, and there's one reassuring you that you're going to be okay. You're going to land where you need to. Sorry if that's really quirky. That was just coming in right now. I thought it was so cute. Let's get another card here. Okay. So you have number 5 again. The sheep and blackberry devotion. So 555, when you see it come up, will be a sign to you that your guides are with you and you're on the right track. So like say you get this interview and the building address is 555, that's going to be a strong sign for you. This is like with the 8 of Pentacles, but I feel like, again, with this message here is devote yourself to the balance. You're really good with devoting yourself to the work, to the point that it gets unbalanced. Devote yourself to the balance. It's really going to pay off way more than you think it will. It's going to pay off in your productivity as much as your personal happiness. And then last, you have all is well, number 12. That's the energy I'm feeling from the Empress. All is well. Let me read that one to you. The compassion of spirit healers and helpers doesn't just come to you when you need it to. It is a part of you that can always keep you balanced, healthy, and strong. Yeah, definitely getting your health message strong here. Spirit healers and helpers are saying it is the right time for you to truly acknowledge this. Take a moment each day, especially when your life is running smoothly, and say to the spirit world, all is well, all is well, all is well. Now you are a lighthouse that is a beacon to the rest of the world. Ooh, I love that. Now you are a lighthouse that is a beacon to the rest of the world. I feel like that's very much Empress energy as well. I might start reading Empress as that, a lighthouse that's a beacon to the world. And that's your energy too. This is what you're embracing with this all is well card. And I would suggest that you just take up that phrase. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling like you're in need of support, just like call out to yourself internally or externally, all is well. And I feel like that will draw in your guides closer to you, and you can feel that love, that energy helping to heal you when you need it. But you are getting stronger and stronger as you continue to work on this balance, like the card said here. The compassion of spirit healers and helpers is a part of you that can always keep you balanced, healthy, and strong. Oh, the compassion, yeah. So when you say all is well, you're drawing in compassion to yourself. Doesn't it kind of feel like there's compassion in the sheep and blackberry card as well? And then there's that little white blossom again. Let me just look that up for you because I don't really know the symbolism, but it just keeps getting highlighted. So this is just so fitting. For the honeysuckle, the representation is following your own path or bringing joy and happiness to life. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. It actually says devotion and spiritual vision because you have devotion here too. But I looked up the honeysuckle first. So yeah, this is definitely about blazing your own trail, following your own joy. That's coming in clearly. And then the blackberry blossom was about the spirit of resilience. Yeah, so there's something here about you developing a resilience that doesn't come from the repeated burnout, but comes from the balance instead. And so that's your complete message. These are the things that I hope guide you as you're reaching this important point between the Capricorn full moons in terms of going forward with your success. And it looks like you're quite successful already, and your message is more about to continue with that success by taking care of yourself, and the career is going to continue to unfold in a great way. And so I'm wishing you so much love on that journey, hoping you continue to work with love as well. If you're drawn to another card in the pick a card section, I'll see you in that reading, and if not, I hope to see you next time. Oh, and thank you for any likes, shares, subscribes you can offer. Thank you always for sharing your energy for me to read on this channel. Hi, reading 2. So you were drawn to this little gray owl, which, as I said in reading 1, who also got the owl, that this symbolizes wisdom. So we'll take that into account in your message to do with the two Capricorn full moons and the new moon in Cancer. Cancer being your sense of home and nurturing and connection, and Capricorn being your sense of discipline and success in a material way, and how those two are coming together. And then you also have this card of toxic, and it's really interesting. If you can see the imagery, it's almost like anti-gravity situation going on with the liquid there. And so I'm kind of taking in what that might mean. I'm getting a sense here with that anti-gravity kind of look to the card that there's some chaos going on, and you kind of don't know which way is up and down. in some area of your life. Thanks, Momo. We got your first card. I feel like that's my cue to pick up the card. So, Six of Swords. This is a kind of bittersweet card. It's all about, I feel like for you in this message, it's all about recognizing what you deserve and what you won't stand for anymore, and deciding to remove yourself from a situation or getting assistance in moving yourself from a situation. And so here it says all aboard, which it's time to write a new chapter. So we can already see what's coming together in this message between the two Capricorn full moons and the Cancer new moon, is that there's something related to your success in the world, your belonging, the work you do in the world, your place in the world, and your self-worth, and who's kind of holding you back from that self-worth. And you kind of drawing the line, making strong boundaries to the point that you might even say goodbye to some people or workplaces or environments or situations in your life that are toxic for you. For some people, it's very clear what the toxicity is. For other people, because of the chaos and confusion of the situation, there's a little bit of a mind warp happening. So you might not even identify this as a toxic situation. It could be something like you make excuses for the situation. You tell yourself it could be worse. These are things that would prevent you from acknowledging the toxicity in whatever you're dealing with. So let's get some cards now for your message. How can our reading 2 be guided in this situation now between the two Capricorn full moons? And today, at the Cancer new moon, the energy that I'm pulling in for this reading, so very much nurturing. How can our reading to be nurtured through this situation to their ultimate direction of success? Ooh, the Strength card. It takes great strength to be soft, strong. This is your major life lesson for the year of 2024. Because the year of 2024 is an 8-year numerologically, so we're guided by this 8 Strength card in the major arcana. So whenever this has been showing up this year, I acknowledge the message to be one of your major life lessons, but I felt compelled to say for you that it is your major life lesson. It looks to be a major new chapter that you're setting off on. 5 of Wands in reverse. The World in reverse. Six of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I think one more can fit here. And Ace of Wands in reverse. So we can see obviously here, right, that we had our 2 upright cards really anchoring the beginning of the message, and all these reversals coming out to inform like an accordion in the middle. So this is very much the context of what's happening here in your toxic situation and your major skill or life lesson that you're learning and overcoming right now. So the 5 of Wands is definitely a group situation in which people are not getting along. It's one of these more insidious energies where it's not quite like, it can be like outright like people fighting with each other, but it's also like a lot of barking and and less biting. uh, Maybe there's an emphasis on that phrase, all bark and no bite. But yeah, it's one of these things that, like, it's tolerable enough that you can stay and live with it, but it actually, like, is slowly eating away at you, this situation. Because it's in reverse, that would be the upright. Because it's in reverse, I feel this as kind of like what I said before, that it's covert. It could be a lot of backstabbing and gossip, things that are happening outside of like a public stage, but there's just like people are just tearing each other down. It's not just you that's being targeted, but you're definitely a part of it, and it's just like, what is this for? You know, you're starting to draw the line with that. This is like kind of like what I said here. Your whole world's upside down. So this is an interesting message here. There's your world is complete. Like, you're still in the world that you belong to, however that lands for you. But this situation has it upside down. So it could be something like you're in the right field. You don't need to leave the field that you're in. You just need to leave like the office that you're at. Or you're in the right company. You just need to leave that team. It's something like that. It's like this thing, you're in the right world, but this thing has shifted it upside down, and it's hard to work in that way. It's also prevented you from finding success and recognition wherever you're at, in whether you're in school or in your career. And it's also prevented you from starting something new, some new projects that you've been wanting to start. It's slowing you down essentially, and you're acknowledging this, admitting this, accepting this right now with the 2 full moons in Capricorn on your side, empowering you, and the Cancer new moon filling you with self-love and self-worth to say, I deserve better. That's really the theme of your reading. I deserve better. So good for you, reading 2. Let's get some more cards to see what is maybe your advice going forward. 8 of Pentacles reverse, Queen of Swords reverse, the Sun reverse. Interesting. I love this. So this is your recommendation here is to be your magnificent Queen of Swords self, your magnificent Sun self, and 8 of Pentacles, but do it, you know, out of the spot. Like, do it without the eyes of others, because there's jealousy at play. You might be attracting more of this like egoic kind of negative attacks. And it's unfortunate, but this is just to protect you while you're, you know, like detaching from the situation, however that looks for you. This can be physical detachment or spiritual, like emotional detachment, or it could be both. So do your work, you know, do your work on your own wherever you can. Just like, you know, go into your office or your study space, you know, just absorb yourself in your workspace and do your thing. They can't really hold you back when they don't have access to you. And you're really great at this. Stick to your truth, and maybe share your truth in the right ways, in the opportune ways, non-combative ways. Why is the frog standing out to me? Devotion and productivity. Save your voice for your work. devote the insights that you have to share from this situation to whatever you're working on. It could be a book, because it says book club here. There's lots of books. There could be something you're working on. You don't need to share it with these people that's gonna fall on deaf ears, but your insights are key, and they're going to be valuable with the right ears. And with the sun, you're going to be shining with this. You're working in the light, and yeah, that can rub people the wrong way. It can rub certain people who have very little access to the light in the wrong way. Oh, there's bees here. You have the bee here again. Bee and pomegranate productivity. There's something also with your intuition, because the pomegranate represents intuition. There's something about you manifesting. Oh my gosh, yeah, there was a bee in reading 1. So if you're drawn to reading 1, manifestation, this would be your call to go back there. But yeah, you are manifesting something important. Devote yourself to that, devote your voice to that, and just continue on. That's your advice, really, for right now. I feel like maybe you're being called into the situation where you feel like, should I be standing up for something? Should I be voicing something and involving myself more? The answer here is no. Just look out for you. They're going to waste their energy the way that this is going. And you've done everything you can. It's just time for you to protect yourself. That's the best outcome from this situation. And do that important work that you need to do here. Knight of Cups and 7 of Swords. So this is advice for in the situations where there's clear manipulation and deception, to react with love for yourself, and if possible, loving understanding for the other person and possibly what they're going through, to get them to that point. This book here says poetry. So yeah, if you're working on something, some kind of like poetic writing, this is going to help you too to like process everything that's happening in a different way. So go back to that creative writing or expression, music, or however you express yourself, because there are things to process here. It looks like there's a lot of BS happening around you, and as strong as you are, it can be grating, it can wear you down, and these things need to be processed so that you can reconnect with your inner love and light, and to be able to go forward and work with that and spread it in the way you need to. Yeah, this looks really tough, but really you got this. You have the Strength card here. It's you've got everything you need to get through this situation. And like it says, it takes great strength to be soft. That's reflected here. Being soft to yourself and others, harnessing that sort of strength to get you through this. And it will, in a very magnificent way. Also, you can think of the Strength card as inner strength. Not the typical like force strength. It's more of a inner strength that people energetically recognize within you, and so you don't really have to do anything but be your strong self, and they will feel those boundaries. They will feel that strength, and they will think twice. That is coming up as connected to this message here. You developing your inner strength by being able to disconnect and detach from the drama and the chaos and the mess, and still stay true to your path of what you need to do here, and coming out of the situation all the better for it, while everyone else is still mired down in each other's negativity. It's kind of sad, honestly. like I feel this is like, it's like, I don't know, it's like a hell. It's like I don't know, it's like a deep well that, um, it's like people could get out of it. I'm seeing like a weird visual of like an abandoned swimming pool, and it's just like these negative energies, just like they could just climb the ladder out of it, but they just keep like swimming around in their own negative energies, and then before they know it, that's their whole world, and they think this is just the world that I live in. They don't see that they can get out of it, but you do see that you can get out of it. I think you're also like showing other people that they can get out of this thing. They don't have to live like that. They don't have to accept it. Beyond just your situation, you're showing this to people who are experiencing similar things in other situations. Mm, yeah, so you got this really. Just keep doing your thing, being your productive self, which is your comfort zone. You know how to do that, and it's going to pay off. You're going to be just fine. This has been holding you back because energetically it's been pulling you down. But once you sever those energetic ties, possibly physical ties, by leaving the situation, leaving the environment, then nothing. There's no time lost. You're perfectly fine. Everything is just as it needs to be when you get back to work. I feel like I'm gonna pull a couple oracle cards to end off really quickly. So you have soul retrieval, wholeness, number 50, and clan, animal, totem, claiming. So this life lesson is helping you retrieve a part of your soul that was lost. Could be this lifetime, could be a previous lifetime where you were so disempowered to the point that you stayed in this negative swimming pool. Not this time. This time you're leaving and you're claiming your space. You're claiming your place in the world. I feel like this is going to help tell us why. Your path may be bumpy, but this will alter soon. So this is a great forecast for what's happening in the immediate future after that second Capricorn full moon, which is July 21st. You're going to start feeling the road smooth out. So it's not going to be right away. It's kind of like, I don't know if you've ever driven a road like this where it's bumpy and then like there's a lot of potholes, and then gradually like it turns into like gravel or still an unpaved road. And then eventually you hit the paved road and it's just like, oh, it's just such a relief. Like there's no more of this like vibration. Like it's like that. Like you're at that point where you're over the difficult period and you just have to wait it out, do your own thing while your situation resolves. I don't know that their situation will resolve, but yours will. Anticipation, the quail and gooseberry, number 51. Yeah, hold out great hope and anticipation for this, and also plan ahead a little bit. A little bit. Don't plan ahead too much. Like you're making a great escape here, but the universe is working on it, so just kind of like you don't have to make it happen. It's happening. What you need to anticipate for is like, putting your physical world things in order. Maybe like start getting rid of excess clothing, like clean out your closets because maybe you'll be moving and you don't want to bring all that stuff with you. It's just like getting prepared that your life is shifting in a very positive way. It could be physically, like moving to a different location or being in a different environment. But it could be emotionally, spiritually, so like prepare yourself as well for who you want to be in the future. Don't feel stuck in what's been presented to you right now, because that's all changing. Prepare yourself kind of like the Knight of Cups. It says romanticize the present moment every chance you get. Like, who do you see yourself being in the future, like 6 months, 1 year from now? And who does that person become 5 years from now? Start putting those little daily things also into practice. Like, if you want to be someone who like loves themselves unconditionally, then how would you start like preparing for that now? Yeah, that is your advice. That is your complete message for the two Capricorn full moons with the Cancer new moon happening in 2024. Really strong time, really like powerful time to make those bridges, important bridges between your career success and your self-worth happening here, and you got all the tools to do this. It's going to turn out great, and I'm wishing you so much love on that journey, hoping you continue to work with love as well. Thank you for any likes, shares, subscribes, and thank you for sharing your energy so I can read the cards on this channel. If you're drawn to another card in the pick a card section, I'll see you in that reading, and if not, I'll see you next time. Hi, reading 3. So you were drawn to this palm tree charm and also this romance card. So I'm not sure what kind of message is going to come through. We're asking about career in between the two Capricorn full moons and with the Cancer new moon. So I guess, yeah, Cancer is about nurturing your connections and relationships. This gives me very clear, probably gives you clear vacation, blissful holiday vibes. So we'll see what comes through with that message. What can our reading 3 group know about the two Capricorn full moons? Wow, that one really wanted to come out. It just like wiggled itself out there. And the Cancer new moon, this 2024, about their career and their connections and how to kind of go forward in those energies. Okay. There's actually 2 breaks happening, so I want to honor both of them. See what messages come through. So the card that wiggled out, wow, was the Justice card, number 11. This is strong. This is like feeling strong with romance and justice. Strong, kind of passionate energies. It's like kind of these emotionally sublime, like these one of these experiences that are just so pivotal in your life. Like once in a lifetime, they like shift everything. They shift the scales. It's also, you can think of it, I'm feeling like one of these moments where it's just like you just feel like everything's aligning and you're in the right place at the right time, and you just get the sense that like you're exactly where you need to be. This is the energy I'm feeling from your cards already. 10 of Cups in reverse, the King of Wands. Whoa, the Queen of Wands. I'm gonna get one more from this message. The 3 of Wands. So it actually does look like literally there's relationship romance happening. And it's either affecting your career, like personal life is affecting your career progression, like Cancer space, like the home space is affecting the career. Or it could also be that there's some part of like romantic partnership that's entangled with your career as well, or studies if you're a student. But I'm veering towards career because these are the more mature energies, the King and Queen of Wands. Ten of Cups is also like establishing kind of like home and roots energies. So not so much student energies unless you are kind of like maybe returning to school or you're like an older student. So yeah, I hate to say that it looks like there's been some kind of disharmony in this relationship, and it feels kind of unexpected. It feels like you're a power couple, you're the perfect match, right? And you're just kind of like, what went wrong? The scales are balancing here. I think both of you are learning the lessons from this partnership and walking away better for it. And I say walking away better for it because you have the Three of Wands, which is like setting sail into new opportunities. So I don't know if this is something that's been formulating or it's happened already, or if it's yet to come. It be like sometimes I get a clear feeling whether something is background context or not, and this one feels like all three. So it could be that people watching are in different stages of this progression. Yeah, and it's always kind of like I feel this in my heart. It's always kind of heavy to have to close a chapter on something. But I think this Three of Wands is leading us into the next stage. I just knew I was going to say that and pull like a real dark card. This is not really dark though. It looks intense, the Ten of Swords, but it's actually a really good releasing the pain kind of card. Like you've really hit that point where it's undeniable. You have the full moon here too, so this really might be happening in that second Capricorn full moon, July 21st. Oh, it's weird that I just automatically said January. There might be something significant about the upcoming January, not the past, the upcoming. Although so the upcoming January would be the next Capricorn new moon. So some kind of tie there with setting on your next chapter. Yeah, this is really coming to a close now. I think you'll be healing for the next, several months until January with the Capricorn new moon. Four of Discs in reverse. Four of Swords in reverse. Two of Discs in reverse. Ooh, creepy. Why did that feel so creepy? The candle going out. An Ace of Discs. I'm going to pull one more at the end of reading this. It can fit right here. Let me get your candle. So your candle went out right here, or I noticed it right here at the Two of Discs reverse. And Two of Discs is kind of about balancing yourself in the middle of a lot of activity. It could feel like chaos, especially when it's in reverse. I would definitely say this is like a chaotic energy, a chaotic time, a lot happening, new unfamiliar X factors coming in to be juggled, and it just is kind of like I think you're barely like keeping things afloat with this. It feels like a progression with the Ten of Swords kind of acknowledging that you've reached a point of no return and something has to change, and it kind of throws all of this upside down. The things that you had established within this relationship are upturned, of course, because it looks to me that there's some kind of parting of ways with this. I mean, it really could be like a working partnership as well. It doesn't have to be romantically connected, but I mean, I strongly see that with the romance, the Ten of Cups, you know, the partners there, and the King and Queen of Wands. It's very clear to me that for most people it is. Um, there's the law involved here as well, so it could be like both marriage and business and assets. All of that has to be dealt with, but the message here is that it will be balanced. Remember, this one was the one that was wiggling itself out. It was just like, this message needs to be clear that everything will be just and fair, and it will be fine. Yeah, so the Four of Discs is a sense of financial security and stability. It's the financial foundations that's going to feel uncertain. The Four of Swords is like a rest and inner peace. That's going to be upset. Your self-care routine is going to be upset too. And then your kind of like day-to-day keeping things in the flow is going to be out of balance as well. It's not to say that you can't upright these though. And I really think strongly that is the message that you're getting here, is that this is going to happen. It's natural. Like when you uproot, you know, like something that has been your life for a while, everything is going to feel unstable. It's just natural. And so your cards are just kind of directing you towards, this is a natural process of it, and to get a heads up of how to surf those waves, like how to navigate all that's going to happen. So it really is like this. It is kind of a heads up, you know, you're going to feel some uncertainties around your finances, but it's going to be okay. Heads up, you're going to have your like sense of peace and harmony upset, but it's going to be okay. And heads up, there's going to be a lot to juggle, but it's all going to be fine in the end. And especially when you get to the end here, you have the Ace of Discs. That's your brand new opportunity, your brand new seed to grow something new with a lot of love and care and anticipation, I feel. This could definitely be a new job. It could also be growing new roots, new home. I strongly feel it's both. I feel like this is opening up a whole new world for you. I feel like multiple aces encompassed in this Ace of Discs. It's very much like a material world building, though, in a very healthy direction. So I'm going to pull our last card now. The Prince of Swords in reverse. Be honest with yourself. This is a very beautiful opportunity, and be honest with yourself about what you want, because you can get it. This is your new start, and you deserve to have the start that your heart wants. Yeah, be honest with yourself, and be honest with yourself about what you deserve. That's so sweet. That's such a beautiful message. Okay. Let's get some oracle cards going. Oops. Okay, so this one, the Healing Spirits. Oh, these are so sticky. Okay, let me just shuffle it. Oh, I can't believe this card. True love can never really be lost. That's so sweet. Number 30. And so like you see, it almost looks like a womb, and there's like a bright heart light shining in the middle, and all these spirits kind of orbiting around. So I think this card is really calling on you to expand your feeling of love and your sense of what love is, expanding it beyond just the partnership, or just beyond just the nuclear family, something like that. The more you can see and connect to those true loves all around you, the more full you're going to feel with this. The Raccoon and Sycamore, Curiosity, number 33. The number 33 is a master life path number of master teacher. Is that right? I need to look that up again. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so it's called the Master Teacher, and so this life path embodies the energies of being wise, optimistic, and selfless. Represents pure love, bright, warm light, entrusted to shine this light on humanity. Wow, that's powerful. This card is calling you to be curious about the possibilities to do with connecting to other people, to other souls energetically. Be curious about the possibilities there, because you will find unexpected answers. You're resonating with the life path number 33. You might actually be a life path number 33. You might want to look that up, how to figure that out, what your life path number is. But either way, it's showing up in your reading now, and so you're really being called into that direction of embracing the energy of the life path 33, the master teacher, being a beacon of light in the world, really. So this is telling me that everything you're experiencing now and the healing that you're going through, the strength that you're building, is to fulfill this why does like the word gift is coming. It's like sometimes I say things and it's like if I stall, there's a blank, and then my guides will show me the word, but this one doesn't fit. It's like the gift, fulfill the gift is what's coming in. So I mean, I think it does mean that you have this gift that you haven't fully realized yet. You haven't fully stepped into its power. And this is an exciting moment where you're really ready to do that and to activate this part of your life path here. And let me tell you, I know that you're feeling a lot of pain now, but this next part is so full of love. And it's all starting with you. It's because you're opening up the activation gates. You're opening the gates for this, for other souls to connect in and connect each other. And it's just like, it's generating itself. You can see it, right, in this depiction. "28 Wolf, protection." You're protected through this. And a reminder for you to protect yourself. Like here, be honest with yourself about what you want. Protect yourself in this. You deserve it. I think this is going to feel weird for you, because you're used to protecting your partner. But the split happening is with your partner, so it's kind of like you feel this conflicting need to protect them. I think that's going to be a difficult transition for you, and you're being called to redirect that energy to protecting yourself, to standing up for yourself. I feel like this is kind of like a soft area that can still be developed for you and really needs to be developed, that you developed your own self-protection. And this is not like fighting, right? Like you see the wolf here. The wolf is just there, standing guard. That's all you have to do with yourself and your heart and your needs. You don't have to yell. You don't have to like fight anyone. You just stand guard, and you know where your needs are. You know where your territory is of your what you need to feel okay in the world, and you just stand guard over it. That's all you need to do. And the more you do it, the easier it'll get. Yeah, so your message in between the two Capricorn full moons and at the Cancer new moon is very much centered on the love aspect here and the fresh beginning that the Cancer new moon can give you. It really feels like a revolutionary beginning for you, because it's upturning a lot of the old structures of your life, but in the best way possible. Everything's going to resolve fine with this previous phase. Just let yourself go through the natural process, the motions of these, and you have something beautiful in the end that you can take in whatever direction you want to. And I can feel you struggling and thinking like, I don't know what that direction is. I thought I was in the right direction. You do know. And I think that's where this wolf protection comes in. The more you protect yourself and your needs and guard that boundary, that territory, the more you're going to realize that there are things back there that you weren't getting fulfilled in your life. And you can just start there. That's your path forward for your new direction, for your new start, material and relationship. Yeah, and that's your complete message. So I'm wishing you so much love on that journey, hoping you continue to work with love as well and support yourself with so much love too. Thank you for any likes, shares, subscribes, and for sharing your energy on the channel for me to read. If you're drawn to another card in the pick a card section, I'll see you in that reading, and if not, I'll see you next time.